I would definitely say that if there was only one brick convention that you could ever get to in the whole of the UK, this is the one to come to. Hey everyone, hope you're all safe and well. So I'm in Manchester today to go to Bricktastic, which is one of the biggest Lego conventions in the UK. And I'm here today with my good buddy, Minark.
Hello.
How you doing, Sam? You okay?
I'm very good. Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm having great fun. I think for mods especially, this is just another level.
It's pretty epic. I mean, just look at those ones alone. But anyway, Kerry, back to you. What do you think of it so far? Have you enjoyed yourself up here today?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's like, it's bigger and better than last year. I wish I was displaying this year.
Maybe
I
next
decided
year?
not to, and I think I made a mistake. I should have displayed, but yes, definitely next year I'll display.
Okay. And have you seen anything in particular that you really like?
So many. I mean, look, this is probably one of the best things I've seen.
I mean, that is a seriously good mosaic. It really is.
Over in the back corner, there
Yeah.
is the Tron. I keep saying Tron Light Cycle, but it's not. It's the Just Red motorbike. Absolutely amazing. It's a rideable motorbike that you can actually get on. So yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's all good.
Over there, we've got the Brick Bods. They have done an amazing underwater scene. So many things. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. And you've displayed before, though, haven't you?
I have, yes. At smaller events.
Okay, and what sort of stuff have you displayed when you have displayed?
Harry Potter. Always Harry Potter.
Is it really? Anything in particular, like a sort of...
So basically, my display is a bigger version of the Great Hall,
Yeah.
with the kitchens underneath and just all little Easter eggs from the actual films and things,
Okay,
and
so
the books as well.
maybe next year then, so Manchester 2024,
Yeah.
we could see you here displaying as
Yeah.
well.
Before that, I'll be at the Notts Brick Fest, and I'll also be at Sheffield Brick Fest as well, displaying.
Awesome. All right, look forward to that. Great to see you. I'm here with Craigster. Some people call him Brick Stage Pass. Some people call him, well, all sorts of things. Anyway, you can use your imagination. Anyway, Craigster, this year, 2024, Manchester, Bricktastic, and you're in a bit of a sort of castle mode.
Yes, I am in castle mode.
So not only have we got sort of like a very grey castle, a grey castle with hints of white about it, maybe that's snow, and then we've got this sort of more fantastical castle here. We've also got this one as well, which is a bit of a combination of things. So I love all the grey. I love that red. It's beautiful. Let's have a little look at this one then. Tell me a little bit about this one, Craig.
So this is the Royal Keep, and I just wanted something different, but I didn't want it to be completely white. Like if it's aged down at the bottom, it's got greyer, but it's still holding the white and gold at the top. And I also wanted to use that tower technique on it, which is where you just slightly bend the bricks.
Oh, this is nice. So this is using a combination of, what's that, 1x1 round?
Yeah, and 1x2.
And then if you kind of put them in such a way that you kind of build them in a circle.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just build upwards on that. Very nice.
And then I've not seen anybody be able to open something that's this. That's
Okay.
why I wanted to.
So just out of curiosity, where did you get the inspiration to then be able to sort of think about opening up? Because it's almost like a bit of a doll's house, or it's a little bit, it kind of reminds me of the Home Alone set, which
Just
when I
the-
first saw that, I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, just the original castles, the way they opened up, I wanted to use the hinges. It just makes it easier to get to. If it's modular, you've got to lift it up and move it out the way.
Yeah.
So it's more of a pain.
Whereas this, and does this side open up as well?
Yep, same thing.
Yeah, brilliant. And moving in that, and I love the fact that when you open it up, you kind of get all that lovely detail inside of it as well.
Although I've not finished the detailing this yet.
Okay,
I ran
well,
out of time.
It looks pretty good though. I mean, you've got a lot going on in there, but
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about this table, because I think there's a little story behind that.
Yeah, so this is like using the space. They've got the ability to turn the table into a war room by spinning it. It was just something I thought I'd try and do, and it worked.
And it's really good as well. And where did you get the idea of that? Or is it just you know a little bit about historical facts? And
Yeah, I've just
things
seen
like
people do the little war tables. Like the Falcon one's just got a complete normal war table, but there ain't enough room in here to have a banquet table and a war table. So it's just thought something I'd try.
that? So another castle that's a little bit out of the norm is this one. So this one's a bit more, I don't know, sort of, would I be right in saying it's a little bit more sort of fantasy orientated?
Yeah, well, when I'm building, I'm trying to create a story because it makes it easier to build. So the idea is if the good wizard has this tower, then it's used for good. If the bad wizard gets hold of it, then it's used for bad. So the idea is that it's whoever's got control of it. So I didn't want it to be completely looking good. I wanted to have like the evil claws or some kind of twist to it. So the good wizard's got it at the moment.
And something that I really like about it is a couple of features. I like. Tell me a little bit about what's going on top here.
That's just, there was a picture online that somebody had done a fantasy drawing that I just thought looked good, and I just wanted something like glowing or magical on the top that was just hanging there, so I just faffed around with some bricks.
Oh, I love the look of the wizard as well. I mean,
Morphing up, yeah.
yeah, it's quintessentially a wizard.
Well, the story behind that is I didn't like the spiral staircase that's inside this, and it broke during transport, so I thought, how is he going to get to the top? So because he's a wizard, he can go and transport
He can
himself
transport himself up there.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they're talking of technique. So this one's got a similar technique to this one here, where it opens up. But around the front, you've got this really. Now, I've not got to think about staircases, but I couldn't help be drawn to this particular one. So, tell us a little bit about this staircase and how you come to building it and the techniques you used.
So somebody in a lug gave me a load of these because they said they couldn't use them for anything, and I just thought I would use them for a staircase. So they're just the 1 by 3 by 2 inverted slopes, pretty much like the grey ones. You just put one aside, but it gives it a funny, like 3D effect.
It really works, yeah. It does actually work.
So it's
incredibly
snotted
well.
and then just sits on nicely.
All right, Craig, thanks for showing us your castles off, and I'll see you again next week on London Calling.
See you later.
Very seldomly do I actually get to come to a Lego convention and actually meet the creator of these. That is, of course, Simon Pickard. Simon, lovely to meet you. Now, let's keep it nice and brief. Just tell me a little bit about this one over here.
Yeah, we call that the Wasp. Obviously, I really like the aesthetics, which are quite common these days for spaceship design, to have those sort of propeller.
Yeah, it's almost like the
propulsion.
helipad area from Avengers, wasn't it?
Yeah, and if you look at Avatar, for example, they had the recent Lego set actually built with that sort of idea. But one of the difficulties with the colour scheme is the limited parts that have the hinging needs for the design. So we came up with an interesting little cheap idea, and actually if you look at the way it's hinged, we've got a Technic ball connected to, I've knocked it over completely, connected to 2 clips instead of an actual official connection, and that allowed us to have it fully rotational. And
Yeah, it's almost like a
Come
it's
across the
like a bar with
connection
2 balls
idea.
at the end of it.
yeah,
And then, of course, you've got a very delicate stand.
very
for
delicate
it.
stand. So yeah, we hold them up on two little tea stirrers, which are stuck in quite nicely. If you can stick a tea stirrer in, usually what you can do it on 2 tea stirrers instead of 3.
Yeah.
If they're not properly connected, 3 is the best. But obviously, I like to try and keep the minimum.
And if you don't mind me asking, why Blacktron? Why have you chosen Blacktron? Because I discovered Blacktron this year with the gift we purchased, the cruiser. I totally love it. So much so that I actually went out and bought the original Invader set that came out, I think it was like early 90s or something like that. So I've got the original figure with it and everything. But why for you? Because I know your work with Blocks magazine through more historical stuff. So why have you decided to go Blacktron and not something like Star Wars?
Yeah, well, obviously a lot of people know me as a history builder because I never wanted to get pigeonholed into a type of builder. Plus, I felt like if I did more variety, you kind of learn more technical things and ideas that you might not necessarily get if you're always building the same thing. So obviously, this is purely imaginative, whereas most of my stuff is usually hyper-realistic recreations of historical
so it's just kind of like your flip side, if you
so
like.
it's like the flip side, but it ties into my childhood, because while I had all the castle stuff and everything as well, some of my all-time favourite sets are actually space-themed Lego sets. One of which is the Blacktron Message Intercept base,
Amazing.
which is what inspired me to want to build one like this.
Brilliant.
And actually, we call the model Outpost 6987 because that's the set number,
of course,
of the.
I love all the
Message
references.
Intercept base,
I love
yeah.
the love out there as well, especially in the Lego community for retro Lego. And if you want to know a little bit more about Simon's work, then check out this month's magazine of blocks, issue 101. So I'm here with Jake. He's a fellow AFOL, London AFOL as well. Jake, this is your first ever display? This is your first mock at a display?
Ever display mock I've ever done, ever.
And you've gone for the biggest one in the UK.
Well, you know,
cool.
if you want to do something, you don't go by halves now, do you? Come on.
I feel like I should zoom in on you and copy your style. We just do it that way. Anyway, show us around your mock.
Welcome to Studs Records. Back in the day, before iPhones and Spotify and whatnot, you actually had to go to a record store to actually buy music. It's a strange concept.
Our price, those were the days.
I know. This is Studs Records. In the ground floor, we've got a record, the actual record store itself.
Mm-hmm.
Got some figs buying some records there. They're all video tiles. There's like 60, 70 something video tiles stuck in here at some point. And then on the floor above, we have a little chill out area where everyone's just chilling out, listening to some music.
And you've gone, not only have you got some pretty cool video printed tiles in there, you also got some lighting as well.
Yeah.
What did you use for the lighting?
So I bought a kit off Amazon of some micro LED lights that were pre-soldered. And in fact, you can come around the back, excuse all the food, etc. And then they're thin enough where they just come straight through and straight out. And then they're just running on 3-volt AA batteries. Phenomenal. So, and they'll last you a good, I've only changed them once throughout the day and it's already 4 o'clock. So they last you most of the day.
Yeah. Anyway, tell me about this this podcasting area.
Yeah, so this podcasting area is just a little radio station sort of thing. So this is it's based on the idea of a mixture of a couple of record stores in London, Banquet Records and Sister Ray Records, and then mixed in with what I would want if I owned a record store. So it would have a place where you can go and do a podcast recording in a radio station. So that's why it's got radio trans. And of course live streaming.
And of course, if you're doing radio, like you said, you have to have an enormous radio tower as well. You know, this place is so big. I think next year I'm definitely thinking of coming up here for a whole 2 days because I don't know, driving up from London, it wasn't too bad actually. The traffic was okay. It kind of took about 4 hours or so, 4.5 hours. But there's so much to do up here that I think to get kind of the most value from coming up to this particular convention, I think it would definitely pay to come here for a couple of days. So maybe next year, in 2024, I can't believe I'm thinking about that already. No, I think I'm going to come up here for the whole 2 days. I've been checking out so many different mockers and speaking to so many different people here, including the odd YouTuber as well. I've not even had a chance yet to look at what Lego there is to buy. So I'm here with the Brick Pods, Kerry and Ian. That's Ian, of course, and that's Kerry, in case you wondered. Tell us a little bit about your mock, because there's a lot going on here, guys.
There is.
It's colourful.
It's colourful. Yeah, it all started with the flower bouquet.
Yeah.
So we saw the flower bouquet, thought that's a really nice set. How can we put it into a Lego city? So I went, well, we can do a coral reef. And so we've got snapdragons, lavender, daisies, and the rose from the bouquet. And it grew from there. So it's about getting Lego sets into the city.
Yeah,
mainly.
I'm seeing quite a lot of different things going on here, because I'm kind of seeing 3-in-1, create a 3-in-1 set.
Yes.
I'm seeing a little bit of Avatar.
Yeah.
Cave
Go.
Souls.
And I reckon that we've got some Friends stuff going on here as well.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of Friends turtles and things from the little cubes that you can get.
They are cute.
We've also got some Ninjago in there. You find the Ninjago?
Can I find any Ninjago? I don't know. I'll have to look for the Ninjago while we're chatting. But
it was the Ninjago CMF came with all these different headpieces. So you had like the anglerfish over here as well. Where's the anglerfish one? Yeah, down there.
oh yeah, I think that was the Ninjago
captain,
stuff.
so
Yeah, the ones from the islands and that.
Yeah.
I think that might have been from there as well, actually.
Yeah.
No, that's the cabaret
headdress.
singer.
The headdress. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you're quite right as well.
Yeah,
I can't.
There's hair all over the place. So you've got little sea snails with hair pieces. Anything we can find that looks like it can go under the sea, it goes under the sea. The sheep is probably not meant to be there.
Why is there a sheep in
So
your...
when you are at a display,
Yeah.
you've got to encourage people to talk to you, and that gets people to talk to us.
But don't you guys get many people talk to you? 'Cause, I mean, you're famous. You're the Brick Pods, for the love of God.
Small children, they need something to hone into, and it's a really good conversation piece. The same with this 3-in-1 shark, because all of the kids have got that. They come straight over and go, I've got that shark, and so it just gets them over talking to us, and then they stay because there's so much to see in it.
So the coral reef is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. It's like a feast for the eyes. It really is, of colours. Tell me a little bit about this ship, because I actually quite like building ships out of Lego. I think it just works really, really well for Lego building ships, and they look really authentic and almost like models. They're that good. But tell me about this one, because the sails on this look amazing. The colours that you've used for it look very authentic.
So,
I'm loving him there as well. Has he got a name, if you don't mind me asking?
No, feel free to name him.
Is he an octopus or
He's an octopus.
He is an octopus. All right. Can we call him something like, I don't know, I'm thinking Ollie? Do you think Ollie's a good name?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with Ollie then. Ollie the octopus.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this boat is the Silent Mary from Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Salazar's Revenge.
Yeah, and it is an official Lego set.
So yeah, it's an official Lego set. So it's a ghost ship and it comes on a stand. So we've taken that off. I shortened the one side and used the parts to lengthen the other so that we can have it at that angle.
Nice. So it's kind of turned over a little bit, which of course it would be.
So yeah.
It's brilliant. Are you ever going to raise it?
What, make it not be shipwrecked?
Yeah.
No. You need a shipwreck at the bottom. And where would all the pirates or the skeletons go? You didn't have a shipwreck.
That's true, actually. Yeah, they wouldn't have a home anymore.
They'd be
You'd be
homeless,
taking homeless skeletons, and we can't have any of that.
Definitely cannot.
Oh, okay, great stuff. And are you guys going to be streaming regularly next Sunday?
Yeah, 8:30 every Sunday UK time.
All right, check them out, folks. They're really good fun. Okay, so we're all done for the day now. We're going to take a quick trip down to the Lego store. I picked up something. I think it's pretty good, don't you? Do you think
it was a very, very good pickup.
And I even managed to get 20 quid off it as well. Cash. Hey everyone, so this is me just a little bit further in the future, so I can share with you what I bought and thought of Bricktastic, which for me personally was one of the best conventions I've actually ever been to here in the UK. There were loads more mocks that I've ever seen before in one place, and I spoke to bundles of their creators as well. So much so, I actually only got to probably see about half of what was on show. And there were certainly plenty more people at this convention compared to any others that I've been to as well. But because the venue is so large and tall, it never felt claustrophobic. So that gets a big thumbs up from me. Now, Bricktastic also attracted quite a lot of Lego influencers. Now, I reckon that the organisers would benefit if they were to somehow leverage that in the future. Now, we spoke about this on London Calling last Friday, and I would definitely be game for streaming a kind of Manchester Calling from there. I think it would be fun. But let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. Now, something that I felt was really noticeable about the show was that the resellers were totally outnumbered, and the layout of the resellers, those being on the outside and yet the mockers all being on the inside, I thought worked really well. Now, talking of resellers, I only actually picked up one set from the show, and it's this one, and it's a bit of a goldie oldie, and it's this set 9467, and it came out years ago. In fact, it came out well over 10 years ago. It's of course the Ghost Train from the Monster Fighters theme, which I'm pretty sure, other than a poly bag, this is the first Monster Fighter set I've ever got. Now, I love trains, I really do. Over the last kind of 12 months, I've actually built loads of train sets and stations as well. But I saw this and I had a kind of inkling that there was such thing as a ghost train, because I built the Hidden Side set last Halloween. And what I love about this is that it comes with 5 decent minifigures, but 3 of which are ghosts. And they're not just ghosts as well, they actually glow in the dark, along with the kind of front part of the steam train as well. Let's have a look, see what's around the back. Because you got this plane here as well, and I'm pretty sure they're the heroes of the Monster Fighters theme. But of course, you've got all the ghosts, and I'm pretty certain that this can actually be motorised. So maybe that's something I'm going to do in the future. But for now, I think I'm pretty much sorted for what I'm going to be building on Halloween this year. Then after we got kicked out of Bricktastic, a whole bunch of us ventured across the city to the Lego store when I hit the pad wall and picked out a couple of jugs of Lego. So starting with this one, then at the bottom I've got these 1x1 sand green bricks. They're always kind of useful. Then in the middle here, I've got these, well, they're quite new to the pad wall really, these 1x1 speckled bricks in a kind of more purpley sort of colour. Now I saw these in Leicester Square a few weeks ago. I took some pictures of them, but I never actually bought any. And then I went back literally 24 hours later, they'd all gone. I kind of regretted it. So whilst I saw them in Manchester, I thought, grab them while I can. And at the top here, I've got these 1x4 masonry bricks. And all these are kind of useful for, I don't know, mocking buildings or even customising them as well. Cheers. Lastly then, I just got these. Just a couple of different variances of Lego here. Starting at the bottom with these quite useful 1x2 grilled plates. And then up here, I've got these 1x2 beautiful looking trans red bricks. Now I didn't get these for any particular reason, other than that I really like them. And on that note, thank you as always for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you happen to be new around here, then why not hop on and subscribe and become a big part of the LBB family. I'll leave you now with some videos that I think you might like.